And they are off. We are here down at the State Museum at the hashtag Virtual Until Safe rally. We had about 400 cars join us, which is very exciting. We were not expecting that many. So yeah, we're really grateful. If you're here in the Columbia area, it's not really too late to join us. If you want to pop on down, you can pick us up at the Governor's Mansion or at the State House. The point for us today is to make sure that everybody knows that while instances are high, we feel like it is unsustainable to ask teachers and students to return to the classroom. After more than 10 years, we have experienced underfunding in this state. And because of that, we have many HVAC systems in our state that are in desperate need of being changed, being upgraded. We would love to see some HEPA filters in place. And that is to speak of the schools that have air conditioning when we know that there are other schools that do not even have it today. So when we talk about Henry McMaster and his $32 million, we would have preferred to see that money go to building infrastructures in communities that would allow for safe return to schools. I'm here in the Midlands, and I'm really fortunate in that, you hear the cowbells. I'm really fortunate in that my district has the funding to be able to ensure that we are safe, but not every district is that fortunate. And so we really want people to understand that, this discussion we're having about schools and schooling, it has to take place always, not just now that we are in a pandemic. When we talk about the 10,000 students that were lost in the system, that's the same 10,000 students, y'all, that have been lost in the system. We have been saying for years, we need more teachers, we need more interventionists, we need more guidance counselors, we need school psychologists. There are so many things that we need, and the schools haven't been getting them because the state hasn't been taking it seriously. And until they take it seriously, we don't feel like risking even a single life is the right thing to do. You show your commitments where you put your money, and the state of South Carolina has not put their money into public education. It is the mandate of our governor constitutionally to protect the institution of public education before all else. So when I think about that $32 million going to private schools that have already received PPP funds, that already are going to get a portion of our funding, it really enrages me because he's not meeting his constitutional mandate. And so ultimately, what can you do? Well, the first thing, no matter what side of the argument you are on, the first thing you can do is ask Governor McMaster to institute a mask ordinance across the state for the month of August. We've been told now by multiple experts that if we had a 1-month ordinance, we probably could get this to a manageable level, and that would help us send our kids back. I'm in the position of having 3 kids. I've got a rising freshman, a rising 5th grader, a rising 1st grader. I want them in school with their teacher, not because I don't think that their teacher can do a great job virtually, but because I know that for socialization reasons, it's the place that I want them. However, let me turn so y'all can see the other side coming. However, until I can guarantee that they're safe and that their teachers are safe, I can't in good conscience ask them to return. I really think it's unfortunate when people want to treat deaths as if it should be percentages, as if the loss of one child or one adult is okay. I've worked in a building in the past year where we have lost both. We lost a teacher. We lost one of my students. And I can tell you, it is the most painful thing that I have ever gone through. I don't want that pain to be experienced by any of my students and any of my fellow staff members. So we're really hoping that we can get this under control, and that we can get the governor and the legislature to start listening to teachers. Doctors do absolutely know what they're talking about in terms of treating illnesses. But the experts about school are teachers, and they are the persons. Sorry, y'all. I've been out here for 2 hours. It is very hot. They're the persons that we should be listening to right now. So thank you guys for watching. I got a message coming in from Lisa Ellis. She's at the head of this parade. My good partner, say hi, Ashley Walker. That's my partner, Ashley Walker. My partner in life and I are about to kick off the rear. People in the rear are already lining up. I don't know if you guys can see them down here. But it's a great turnout. We were really, really happy. We appreciate all of the news coverage. It meant so much to us for them to carry our story and to try to help our communities understand. I think that is probably something else that I want to touch on, is that we really do have to educate our community members. One, the idea that we can't teach virtually is just simply not true. The problem is that because the state has not supported the infrastructures over the last 10 years, you do have areas where communication is not good. And what should be happening right now is that the governor should be spending that $32 million and anything else that he can find in reinforcing those infrastructures and making sure that communication is something that we can all achieve. I hope, my fervent hope is that this spotlight on education, this discussion of education, doesn't stop when COVID-19 stops. If you care about children today, we need you to care about children tomorrow and the day after that, and making sure that we find that 10,000, that we support that 10,000 and all the other students in our state that need it should be our number one priority. It's really time to stop playing games in this state, which is how we view it. Hembry and his buddies, they can do all kinds of funny math to make things appear like more money is being given to communities than actually is. But you see, as my mom used to say, the proof in the pudding, right? We know our students in every area are not getting everything they deserve. And until they do, we think that it's really important to keep pushing this fight. So thanks for watching. I'm going to stop talking for a minute because honestly, probably getting a little dizzy from 2 hours of being out here. Y'all can see Dottie and Katie. I'm going to put it on Dottie for a minute. Dottie, oh my gosh, Dottie did all the logistics of this. Y'all are Facebook Live, so wave. That's Katie. Katie's waving. Dottie's not going to wave because Dottie is too busy being she's too busy being Dottie. That's right. She is too busy being the traffic cop and making sure that people are safe. She's just the absolute coolest. Hey, at least wave to your fans.
Hi fans, nice to be here.
Dottie is amazing. You're right, Allie.
Here's my 2 walkies.
We love us some Dottie. She did 98% of the organizing in terms of like parking logistics. And let me tell you what, if you don't have a science teacher on your staff of your friends, not school, because you do have them in your school, but If you're not hanging out with a science teacher every day, I'm going to highly recommend them. They are very fun people and also very smart. I am not a spatial thinker, so I appreciated her. Yes, Jody, I see you. Dottie is a superstar. Oh my gosh. She knows so much more than I could ever hope to know about how to coordinate things like, you know, how you maximize a parking lot and how you keep everyone safe. And let me tell you what, we all had our masks on and we social distanced because Dottie was not having it. She was not going to let us, even for 1 second, expose anybody. So we appreciate her. Let me see. We're finally maybe, well, we're getting a little closer to the end. We've had so many fun signs today, y'all. I have really enjoyed the Hogwarts theme. I'm an English teacher, so the Hogwarts signs, the fact that this would not be happening in Hogwarts, I have loved so much. And people are waving and going. Yes, Keely's asking, are we backed up because there are so many people? Correct. Yes. Like I said, we had 408 tickets sold. Oh my gosh, we have a motorcycle, y'all. How fun is that? We had 408 sold. I know, well, not sold because it was free, but I know that we closed out 3 of our parking lots, which means more than 300 people showed up. But honestly, past that, I don't know. I wasn't able to count down in the middle because I was handling some media logistics for people. So I'm not really sure. But, oh yeah, I do love some Ravenclaw, Jody. Thank you for that shout out because I agree. Oh, okay. I don't know if y'all could see that sign, but it said, in DHEC we trust, which I definitely appreciate. Yeah, we want to make sure that DHEC knows we are Team DHEC. We feel like we should be listening to DHEC. They should be, Dr. Bell is our idol. We got to speak with her last week. I tried to really play it cool and not swoon in front of her because I wanted to be like, oh my gosh, you're so cool. Do you know how cool you are? But I refrained, and she was super kind and answered questions for us before we did a thing with Judy Gatson. And, you know, she has a passion for what she's doing. All the DHEC people have a passion for what they're doing because, as y'all know, DHEC gets paid about as well as we do, right? So they're not high paid folks either. So they're here for the right reasons, trying to do the best that they can for us, and we're really grateful to everything that they're doing. So we got our line moving again. Here's my hubby. My intrepid hubby is now going someplace. I don't know where he's going. To make mischief, maybe. But we're starting to move a little bit again. Yay, the end of the line is finally coming. You know, if you can't be here today, remember there's lots of ways that you can support this week. Tomorrow, we are asking that people write letters to McMaster, to your legislature, to your school board member, and those letters, you know, depending on where you're at, you can be writing, like I'm going to be writing Dr. Davis and my board members in Richland 2 a thank you because they have already agreed to keep us virtual till safe. If you're in Richland 1, I would love to see you do the same thing. But I'm also going to be writing to Henry McMaster and trying to express to him why I think that he needs a mask ordinance and he needs to be keeping us safe. So that's something you can do Tuesday, Wednesday. We encourage you to post a selfie in red, but also do some education of your peers. You know, posting it in our group is fantastic, but if you can post it out into the wider social media world and, explain, here are my class size numbers, here's the size of my room, this is what I would need to be to be safe once we come back from virtual, here's how you can help. Those things are really meaningful as well. Thursday, we're going to have a few more local events. Richland One is having a thank you parade at their district office to thank them. And then Friday, we're asking you to make videos. And so with that video, again, using that virtual until safe hashtag, but tagging your legislatures, tagging your board members, and telling them why this is so important that we keep things virtual until safe. There's so much we don't know about this virus, and so much that we are concerned about when you think about long-term effects. I know that I think we're going to start moving. I know that we ourselves have several friends who have battled and beat COVID, but they experienced it in March, and in July they are still not doing well. So hey, we're at the end, and I'm going to sign off, and I'll sign back on in a minute. But thanks for watching.